'Twas the day before Friday, and all through the state, it certainly didn't feel like it was time for Christmas yet. And that's because it's still 6 months away, and because it's still the middle of August. Unfortunately, the summer heat, that's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon for 80% of the state at least. Let's talk about it in this not-so-fun edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Thursday, the 3rd of August, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Buddy-in-Chief David Reimer. We continue to deal with near-record high temperatures across the state as this prolonged heat wave continues to grunge along. Most of y'all realize by now that it is hot during the summer months in Texas, but unfortunately this has been a rather unpleasant stretch of very hot weather. Typically we'll see high temperatures in the upper 90s, but unfortunately we've been running about 10 degrees above that for a couple weeks now, and for most of us that is not going to change through at least the first half of August. Before we get into temperatures, let's talk about the fire weather conditions over the next couple of days, because that's going to be the biggest issue we deal with aside from the heat is the wildfire threat. Today, Friday, Saturday, nothing changes really. If anything, the threat goes up across southern portions of Texas. Overall, the entire state, high, very high to locally extreme fire danger possible, meaning we could see some larger, more impactful wildfires develop, especially near population centers. And we've already been dealing with some of that this week. We've already had injured wildland firefighters yesterday when they got at least perhaps burned over for some technical terminology. The details haven't come out about that yet, but they received some first and second degree burns. Hopefully they'll be all right, and our thoughts and prayers are definitely going to be with them. But again, very dry last couple of weeks, plus these very warm temperatures mean all the surface grasses, the trees, are dried out and stressed, which means if they catch on fire, they tend to release more energy doing so than, say, if it had just rained. June, for example. So again, fire danger, it's not going anywhere anytime soon either. Forecast rain totals through Monday evening over the next 5 days. Unfortunately, not a thing. There is a small chance we could see some light rain, maybe a stray thunderstorm in the northern Texas Panhandle and the Golden Triangle over the next 5 days. Otherwise, the upper-level high pressure, also known as the heat dome, remains firmly entrenched across the state. Unfortunately, compared to the last few days, we've also seen weather model guidance backing off the weakening of that high pressure over our neck of the woods next week, meaning the rain chances are going down and the temperature cool-off for the northern third of Texas may be relatively, at this point, confined to just the Panhandle and maybe Oklahoma, with the rest of us not seeing a darn thing changing. Maybe some clouds. That's it. High temperatures today, another day of high temperatures between about 100 and 108. 101 in Amarillo, 105 in Childress, 108 in Wichita Falls, 106 to 107 in DFW, 103 in Austin, San Antonio, 107 in Laredo, 102 in Houston, 104 in Lufkin, 105 in Tyler, 103 in Corpus Christi, cooler right along the coast, and 99 degrees in Brownsville. Temperatures right along the coast may be a bit cooler, 90s, but the humidity is also going to be much higher. Tomorrow, same thing goes. Honestly, this isn't going to change a whole lot, except for some cooling in the Panhandle as we get into Sunday. Temperatures in the Panhandle may be cooler, 90s. And again, if this continues to look weaker and weaker in terms of the not-so-hot front, Panhandle may be warmer than this as well. Otherwise, you can see temperatures still in the triple digits along and south of Interstate 20 on Sunday. Monday, same story. So, cold front, some of y'all in the Panhandle, maybe right along the Red River, you may see a bit of a drop in temperatures Sunday and Monday, but for most folks, even if there is a temperature drop, it's just going to be back into the middle 90s, which, I get it. It's better than the middle 100s, but, not very optimistic with the latest weather model guidance, unfortunately. And again, rain chances, which we really need at this point, 0, nada, zilch. Not going to happen. In the other news, we're not going to get hit by a hurricane the next 10 days either, and that's pretty much the only way we'd be getting any appreciable rainfall or a big change in the weather pattern is if we got hit by a hurricane. And we're not going to get hit by a hurricane the next 10 days. The tropics and the Gulf of Mexico remain quiet. So that's going to be it for your Thursday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. I know I'm a bearer of such delightful news, and these videos can become quite redundant during the summer months, especially when it is a summer of quiet weather. At least after June. June was kind of ridiculously active. We're kind of paying for that now in terms of the heat and quiet weather. But you know what? El Nino, as we head into fall, things could get interesting again. So we'll just wait and see. Hopefully that means we'll have some above average precip chances. That'll get rid of this drought that's developed over the last 4 weeks. Otherwise, we'll have the next Texas Weather Roundup out bright and early tomorrow morning by 7 a.m. Friday. Y'all make it a good Thursday. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Please don't set your yard on fire. Have a good one, and God bless.